Hey gang, and welcome back. These videos are brought to you by Card Conduit, the best place to sell your unused collection fast and easily. 401 Games, Canada's top shop for all your hobby and TCG needs. Dragon Shield, the strongest sleeves for your strongest decks. Moxfield, the easiest way to store and share your deck lists. And Foil Armor, flatten your foils fast. Mathieu wins the die roll and starts us off. He draws, plays a swamp, and passes. Arja's turn has a tap Shambling Vent coming in, and he ships it. Max plays a tap Blood Crypt, and passes. Kuzno draws, plays a Mountain, and passes. Mathieu's got a Drowned Catacomb for turn, and casts Izzet Signet. Arja's got a Shadow Blood Ridge, and casts Inti, and passes. Max's turn has an Exotic Orchard coming in, and he taps it for a black to cast Dark Ritual. Powering out at turn 2 Ozai. Kuzno draws and plays a Forest. Matt's got a Reflecting Pool and passes. Arja draws and goes straight to combat, swinging Inti at Kuzno. He discards Nalfishni, exiling his top card. He can't cast it though, and Kuzno takes 3. Arja then casts a Passionate Archaeologist and passes. Max has got a Mountain, and plays a Shakedown Heavy. He then swings Ozai at Kuzno, sacrificing the Heavy to him. And Max uses the mana for Ozai's ability, which has his opponents exiling their top card, and he casts a Shaya from Kuzno's deck. He passes after it resolves. Kuzno's got a Brushlands for turn, and he casts Rockalanche, earthbending on a Forest. He then passes, and during the end step, Mathieu flashes in High Fae Trickster. Matt draws and plays a Frantic Search, drawing 2 and discarding 2, and untapping 3 lands. He then plays an untapped Watery Grave. Arja draws and goes again to combat, swinging Inti at Kuzno once more. He discards a card and exiles Philia off the top, but can't cast her. Kuzno then takes the hit for 4, and Arja passes. Max has got a Phyrexian Tower, and casts a Soul Ring. He then plays Zealous Conscripts, and with it entering, targets the High Fae Trickster to be stolen. Mathieu responds to the trigger by flashing in a Felwar Stone, and taps it for a red to follow up with Redirect Lightning, and he changes the target from the High Fae Trickster to the Zealous Conscripts itself. Max then goes to combat, and swings Ozai and the Conscripts at Mathieu, sacrificing a Shaya on attack. Mathieu takes the hit, and Max activates Ozai, exiling his opponent's top card. He hits Keeper of Secrets off of Arja, and passes. Kuzno's got a Darksteel Citadel for turn, and brings out his commander Toph, the first Metalbender. He goes to his end step, and she earthbends on the Darksteel Citadel. Mathieu draws, and just passes since he has Flash. Arja's got a Plains, and he casts a Knight of the White Orchid. He finds a Plateau, and then goes to combat swinging Inti at Kuzno. Discarding Zuko exiled Prince, and exiles Solitude off the top. Kuzno takes the hit, and Arja then evokes Solitude after combat, and as it enters, exiles the Keeper of Secrets. He passes turn. Max has got a Cabal Coffers, and is able to cast Avatar Roku. He then swings the Zealous Conscripts at Mathieu, and Ozai at Kuzno. Since a player attacked, Roku makes 6 red mana, and Mathieu and Kuzno take their hits. Max also uses the mana to activate Ozai, and he exiles his opponent's top cards, stealing Boomy Unleashed, which as it enters, earthbends the Cabal Coffers. Max then passes turn. Kuzno's main phase has an Icetill Explorer coming in, and he plays an Arid Mesa, milling 1. He then plays a Clifftop Retreat from his graveyard, and mills again. Moving to his end step, Kuzno earthbends on the Arid Mesa. Mathieu also flashes in Soul Ring, and then Natali Primal Storm before moving to his turn. Matt draws, plays an island, and casts Swiftfoot Boots. He then casts Azula, and equips Natali with the boots, and sends it at Arja. With the attack trigger on the stack, Kuzno sacrifices Arid Mesa, getting a commercial district, and returns the Arid Mesa thanks to earthbending. With the 2 lands entering, Kuzno gets to mill 2 and surveils 1, and Itali's trigger then resolves. This has Mathieu hitting Demand Answers, Lotus Cobra, and Baylor, and he casts each of them. He sacrifices the Izzet Signet to Demand Answers, drawing 2, and Max uses the 6 red mana from a player attacking thanks to Avatar Roku to activate Ozai, but doesn't hit any instants, so he can't cast them. Arja then takes a hit for 6, and Matt passes. Arja's main phase has a Mardu Siegebreaker coming in, exiling the Knight of the White Orchid. He then swings the Siegebreaker at Kuzno, and creates a Knight token going at each of his opponents. This is Arja getting 2 planes and an untapped Godless Shrine. He also gets to discard a card to Inti and exiles Mythos of Snapdax. Each opponent blocks the Knight token coming at them, and Kuzno takes 5 from the Siegebreaker. Max once again uses the mana from Avatar Roku to activate Ozai, but hits nothing to cast. Arja then goes to a second main phase, playing a Swamp and casting Mythos of Snapdax, but doesn't have red mana. Everyone chooses one of each non-land permanent type, with Mathieu making Max sacrifice a non-token artifact as Baylor hits the bin, but he chooses none of the other modes. After that, Arja passes. Max draws and plays out a Hunted Bone Brute, giving Kuzno 2 dog tokens. Max then swings Roku at Arja, and getting the 6 mana pumps him twice, so Arja takes 12. Max then passes turn. Kuzno's got a Carplusian Forest, and then a Canopy Vista, milling after each land enters. He casts Toph, Hard-Headed Teacher, and discards a card as she enters to get back Planar Outburst. Kuzno then continues by sacrificing his Arid Mesa, going to find a Cinder Glade, and mills 1. He then casts a Lux Artillery, and Toph Earthbends on the Darksteel Citadel. He ships it after that. Mathieu draws and swings a Tally at Kuzno. Everyone exiles their top card, and he hits a Felwar Stone and Talisman of Hierarchy, and Kuzno then blocks the Darksteel Citadel. With blockers declared, Max uses the 6 red mana from Avatar Roku to pump the Darksteel Citadel so it'll trade with Itali. And with that on the stack, Matt casts the last Agni Kai and has Itali fight Roku. They both get taken out, and Mathieu then passes. Arja draws and casts Firelord Zuko, and swings the Mardu Siegebreaker at Mathieu. This is Arja getting a Knight token going at each opponent again, but only gets 1 planes. Before moving to blocks, Matt flashes in a Mocking Doppelganger as a copy of Toph and blocks the Knight token, but takes the damage from the Siegebreaker, and Kuzno and Max block their Knight tokens as well. After that, Arja passes. Max just draws, plays a Rakdos Signet, and passes. Kuzno plays a Mountain from his graveyard, milling a card, and then plays a Plains, milling again. He then casts Avatar Kyoshi, and going to combat, Earthbends 8 on the Commercial District. He swings the District at Max, and Toph at Arja. Max takes the 8, while Arja blocks the Zuko, and Kuzno then passes turn. Mathieu's main phase has him recasting Azula, and gets to Earthbend on his Reflecting Pool because of his Mocking Doppelganger copy of Toph. He then equips the boots to Azula and passes. Arja draws and casts Ozai the Phoenix King. He then sets Ozai at Kuzno, who drops to 4. Arja then passes, and Ozai lets Arja keep the remaining red mana in his mana pool for as long as Ozai's out. Max plays a Swamp and casts Chaos Defiler. He chooses Kyoshi, the Mocking Doppelganger, and Mardu Siegebreaker, and randomly hits the Doppelganger. Max then passes turn. Kuz draws and plays an Evolution Sage, continuing to Earthbend on his Darksteel Citadel thanks to Toph. He then plays Boseiju and proliferates. And he then casts an Aegis Restoration. He sacrifices a land, and gets to find 3 lands because he's a creature with 4 power or greater, proliferating 3 times as it comes in, plus gets to Earthbend on the Citadel again thanks to Toph. Going to combat, Kuzno then Earthbends on Boseiju with a Kyoshi trigger, and untaps it. He then sends Boseiju, the Citadel, and his dogs at Arja, while the rest go at Mathieu. Matt chumps the district with Azula, and Arja chumps the 2 lands with his 2 creatures. Arja gets the Knight back as the Mardu Siegebreaker hits the graveyard, and Kuzno's second main phase has him casting Toph, Earthbending Master. He then moves to his end step, and having met the requirements of having 30 counters on either artifacts or creatures, triggers his Lux Artillery and deals 10 to each of his opponents. Matt just draws and passes. Arja's turn has him recasting Zuko, and he then sends Ozai at Kuzno to take him out. After combat, Arja casts Belborka and passes. Max plays a Swamp and swings a Chaos Defiler and the Bone Brute at Arja. Arja animates the Shambling Vent and blocks, and Mathieu casts Big Score to try and find an answer. Unfortunately for Mathieu, he's going to get taken out from the Bone Brute triggers, so he casts Lightning Bolt on Arja on his way out. After combat, Max then casts Ozai and passes. Arja draws and main phase casts an Abstruse Appropriation, targeting the Chaos Defiler. Max responds to this by sacrificing it to his Phyrexian Tower, and he's able to take out Zuko as a result of its on-death trigger. Arja then casts an Orzhov Signet, and sends Phoenix Lord Ozai at Max. Max takes the hit, and Arja passes. Max draws and casts Villainous Wrath, which deals the last 2 damage needed to Arja to win Max the game. Game review time. So this was another great game with some of the new legendaries from Avatar. The set is super fun, super flavorful, and I found it really aligns more with Magic than some of the other Universe Beyond sets. My favorite card this game was Avatar Roku. I thought it was perfect in Fire Lord Ozai. Not only did it help Max be able to pump up his attackers if he wanted, it meant that every turn someone was attacking, he was getting 6 red mana, which he could then use to activate Ozai. At the very least, he was stealing cards off the top of people's libraries, and in the off chance that he hits an instant, that's just extra value. This video wouldn't be possible without the help from my sponsors, but it definitely wouldn't be possible without the help from you, the viewers, and my patrons. So I just want to say thank you for watching, and to remember, friends are just opponents you haven't eliminated yet.